new research is being published today about our health. How healthy are we and how healthy do we feel?
Now, the snapshot from Roy Morgan research also looks at nutrition, fitness, smoking and our mental well-being. I don't have a good feeling about this conversation. Michele Levine is the Chief Executive of Roy Morgan Research. She's with us now. Nice to see you, Michele. How are you? And look, it seems as though even though we pump so much money into the health system and we seem to be so aware of health, our health generally is on the decline. Is that true?
Well, look, the overall health of the nation is improving very, very slowly. But really, it's about how you look at it. That's slightly better than what I said then. That's good. It's slightly better than what you said. And look, there is some good news. So health is made up of a bundle of things. Yep. And as a nation, we're smoking less, so fewer people are smoking, and those that are smoking less. That's a tick. Yep. You've got fewer people drinking alcohol and drinking less. That's a tick. You've actually got nutrition is doing okay. People are less likely to be eating fruit and vegetables, that's trending down, but we're also as a nation less likely to be eating fast food and other sweeties and things.
We're less likely to be eating fruit and vegetables?
Absolutely. So despite that wonderful campaign, there's a general trend away from that. And this data, if you delve into it, you'll see some people are eating lots of fruit and vegetables, but there are other pockets of the community that just aren't bothering. So that's one of the other things that this research shows, that health is really quite patchy.
How are you measuring alcohol? Because time and again we have people saying that we are drinking more, there's more binge drinking and all the rest of it. What are your statistics saying there?
Look, the binge drinking issue, again, is one of those things where you've got a pocket of people doing that. But overall, in terms of alcohol consumption, we've got about 60% of people say they drink alcohol in an average week, and that's down from about 64%, 7 years ago. And people are drinking less. So even those who are drinking sort of about a glass less a week. The only one we see going up is cider drinking. But, overall there's a trend away.
This does seem to be very popular. I see ads for it everywhere.
I know.
All right, well, they're the ticks. Let's move to some of the crosses.
So, look,
and one of the worst ones has to be simply fat.
Absolutely, absolutely. As a nation, there's more of us that are overweight. So 60% of Australians today are overweight or obese. It's the majority. And we're getting fatter. Those people who are overweight are actually more overweight. We did the sums, and there's this amazing number. 180,000 tonnes overweight is Australia, and growing at 5,000 tonnes a year. So despite all the diets, all the discussion.
Image.
I know, it is, isn't it? I know.
But
despite, we're all watching it, we've become a nation of Weight Watchers. We're worrying about it, we're talking about it, but in fact the reality is it's not getting any better.
No, you've got figures here saying that 3 in 5 Australians are overweight with a BMI, a body mass index, of more than 25. 3 in 5?
Correct.
Only 2 of those 5 actually have a normal weight, or a healthy weight.
That's right.
Yeah.
So there's very few that are actually underweight, but yes, the majority of Australians are actually overweight.
Where's that graph going? You must look at a graph and see where it's heading.
Well, this is a graph I don't think you want to look at. You don't want to just project. It's all things being equal, we're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Look, one of the things, and I don't say this is all of it, but one of the things is as people get older, they tend to gain weight. Yeah. So although there's a lot of discussion about children being overweight, really this is something as we get older. We are an ageing population. Yeah. So that's part of the story. But, it's not all of the story. And we probably want to get to the one that I think is really important, and that's mental health. So the chart, if we look at all of these trends in these areas, mental health is the one that's really trending down. Our mental health is on the decline. And when we look at that, it's really a very clear increase due to anxiety. So depression's up a little bit, but anxiety is the one that is really sort of skyrocketing. And it seems to have occurred, like it was increasing gently, and then it seemed to have taken an upward trend from about 2012.
Yeah.
That's really astonishing, and also very
That's all related to your physical health as well.
It's related to that, but our data shows that the increase in anxiety relates to unemployment. As unemployment took an increase, so did anxiety. And let me just say, those people who are unemployed or underemployed, they're looking for more work, are 62% more likely than a worker to say they're anxious.
Logically follows. Michele Levine, always good to talk to you. Thanks for that fascinating information.
Pleasure.